Speaking of inhalations, we've got only by the end of the year to investigate the beneficial. I've never tried this stuff. It's perfectly
legal. This is the one thing I've ever tried because, well, let me read the headline. Nitrous oxide will be banned by the end of the year. Laughing gas will become a legal Class C substance. It's the only... I've never tried a cigarette. I've never done anything, but... When my friend had a baby, like a home birth, they were left over with a canister of this.
This sounds like an enormously confabulated backstory.
And then
I
tripped over, went head first into the home birthing bath.
And I had to try it out as she gave birth.
Oh, yes.
No, but I was like, I'm going to try it.
That's not gas and air. That's not the same stuff,
no,
is it?
This is
are you telling me I'm not a drug addict?
I don't think you...
I thought I was so cool.
Have you tried it?
Yes,
you see these at Glastonbury, these piles of little silver capsules.
I tried it so long ago. We had no idea it was ever going to be an illegal drug. It was just something you had at university, and nobody thought anything of it. It was just this funny thing. And nowhere in this article does it really sell me any serious consequences of this.
Yeah,
there are very...
funny.
I'll tell you where they used to use it. There was a guy called William James. Have you heard of him? William James. He was the brother of Henry James, the novelist, and he was a very significant sort of philosopher and, I guess, sort of proto-psychiatrist, psychologist. He wrote about things like the varieties of religious experience and so on. And he was quite interested in the states that people entered into under the... this was before LSD and so on, but the various altered states that you could have through drugs. And at that time, nitrous oxide was considered, one of the more interesting things to investigate. And people would emerge from it sometimes having had a sense that they had quite a religious experience, but they were unable to explain it. And on one occasion, I think it was him, he took the stuff and he was absolutely determined to write down any kind of epiphany, any great insight he had, and he did so. And then when he recovered, he retrieved his notebook and he had written down, I think I got this right, something like, the smell of turpentine prevails.
That's still
and he'd been convinced this was...
That's like when you write a joke in the middle of the night, you wake up and you write, this is the best joke ever, and you wake up in the morning, you're like, what? Tea bags, what? But the funny thing is that they're saying is that they're going to be testing for it, and I have no idea how you're going to test for laughing gas.
No.
Just sort of show one of my sets, and if you don't laugh, then you're safe.
I've got no idea, but I think there's going to be a lot of kids enrolling in catering college now, isn't it? It's like the...
Is that a legitimate use of it?
There's a couple
what
of
is it, puff-up pastry or something?
No, it makes whipped cream. How do you not know this?
Really?
Oh, wow.
Mr. Whippy.
It's the stuff that goes in... Yes.
You're giving yourself away there, Cressida.
I was at university 20 years ago and it was no big deal.
I remember when we used to have to sniff glue and now it's just whipping cream. It's amazing. The kids these days don't know they're born. There was something I had some other... Yes, I had a dream once and I wrote a joke down and it did actually get used. I'm going to tell you what the joke was.
Okay.
It was in the context of a comedy radio play and it was about a rather... like a Homer Simpson, but in Mexico or like South America.
Homer Simpson!
Yeah, and you remember at school, they'd had a Guess the Capital of Peru stall at the Fete and he had come second with Mexico City.
What's going on?
I love that joke. Guess the capital of Peru. Not know it, but guess it. That was my favourite bit.